Hi, Pisces. This is Jeffrey. How are you? This is Right Color. Oh. And I'm going to do a 3-card reading. I'm going to take off my glasses because it's very glary. It's Halloween evening, Halloween night. And I'm going to do a 3-card reading for you for the month of November. You're well. Please like, subscribe, share, press the bell for notifications. I do one-on-ones. All the information is below. And let's give you your reading, Pisces. Okay. Interesting. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This is very interesting reading, actually. You have basically, in a way, you have 3 threes because you have the sun. You have the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Swords. The sun is a really lovely card. It's really, it's about clarity. It's about clarity above and beyond anything else. But the sun is about clarity. The sun is about kind of abundance, fullness, creativity, clarity. And you have the 3 of Wands, which is really about, there's a certain anticipation in that card. There's a certain dreaminess, okay? And I know you have this dreaminess about you and this sort of emotional, I don't know, yearning, right? And then you have the 3 of Swords. And the 3 of Swords is like a very unhappy card. It's kind of about heartache. Now, I know that sometimes Pisces can sometimes have this tendency to get really sort of lost in, oh, but I love them, and and they forget themselves. But I think you have this incredible opportunity. I think that there's a really, really incredible opportunity this month to get very clear about what you do want, what you don't want, what you expect, what you don't expect, what you're looking for, what you're not looking for. And I think because of this mental clarity, you're going to really be able to allow this sort of focus to come in and say, that's for me, that's not for me. And I think maybe you're going to be able to see this month certain patterns and certain situations that you've been in the past, and be able to really make kind of allow yourself to see your feelings, and to see your actions and reactions and expectations in a way that's less dreamy, more clear. So I think that's really good. I think that's really good. And I think it's also really new. And the thing that I've been saying to all signs is we all have to um, step out of what we know, step out of what we've always done, what we always rely upon, what we, our habitual patterns, whether they be physical or mental or emotional. I feel like we all, every single sign, needs to step into something else, something new, maybe uncomfortable, maybe strange, maybe, it's almost like landing in another country and you don't speak the language and trying to figure it out. Um, but allowing yourself to have fun doing that instead of saying, oh, I don't understand anything. It's like, you say to someone, I'm looking for a car, sort of thing. Right? And to kind of allow yourself to be uncomfortable and to be able to see things you've never seen before. Um, like if you're used to seeing details, then you're going to see the bigger picture. If you see the bigger picture, generally, then you're going to be able to see details. I feel like you have this new vista because this guy has a great spot because he's really high, so he could see the whole thing. He could see the whole picture because he's really high up. Certain animals do that when they're hunting or when they're, even if not they're a predator, maybe they're prey. They're able to, if they go up high, they can see it's like, oh, there's a predator coming. I better go into my burrow or whatever. Depends on the animal, I suppose. And I feel like this clarity is going to offer you the opportunity to either make peace with a past heartache or to avoid one that might be, in your environment or about to come into your environment, which is wonderful. Because Pisces is like the most, I've said this before, is the most intuitive of all signs, really the psychics of the zodiac. I mean, not that other signs can't be psychic, that's ridiculous. But you're living in heaven and on earth at the same time, and you're getting messages. You don't even know you're getting messages, and you're like, well, didn't you see that? It's like, no, other people don't see that as much or feel as much as you do. They just don't. I always assume, well, I know that, so doesn't everybody know that? It's like, no, people don't know a lot of things. And there's a certain emotional intelligence that you have that a lot of people just don't have, and they might not ever be able to have or access. It's like as simple as that. It's like two people go into a language class and one person gets it, one person doesn't. They don't. And sometimes a person can live in a foreign country for 30 or 40 or 50 years and still not quite really understand the language. It's kind of like that. And other people, they can live in a place for like, a month and like completely get the language, completely get the whole thing. So I feel like you're the type that learns that language, right? But you learn that language emotionally. You learn that language through feeling. But I think that there is this piece and part of you that has kind of either, it's not that you've dismissed it. It's almost as if it's like, let's say you're going to the gym. I mean, not that I know anything about the gym, but let's say you're going to the gym, right? and you work on your upper body all the time, and you know the exercises, and you have beautiful muscles and all that. But then you're like, the bottom half of you is like, you ever see guys like that where they're like from up front, like they have this chest that's almost like Tarzan or something, the arms, the shoulders, but then they're wearing shorts and their legs are like so skinny. It's like, that doesn't really look very good. I feel they look like you're going to topple over. So I almost feel like it's time to do legs. I feel like you're going to get clear and be able to understand and do legs and be more balanced, right? That was actually a good metaphor. I was doing the reading for Scorpio, and I started telling this whole story, and I lost my thought. I don't even know what the point of the story was. It went on and on and on. It's like, oh my goodness. It's later than I thought it was. Maybe I said something that I was supposed to say in the middle of it. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be able to forgive yourself. That's what I got. You need to be able to forgive yourself for like the mistakes you made, for like the love that you gave that wasn't returned, or et cetera, et cetera. I feel like you're going to be able to forgive yourself. That's what it feels like. And be able to see things in a much more rounded way, because you're involving not just your intuition, but you're also inviting in and involving your mind. It's funny because I always say to the water signs, it's like, don't, check your brain at the door. And to like the air signs, I'm always like, you need to feel something. So I stand on my conviction with that one. But I feel like this month can really bring a real healing to you. And think of it as a creative project. Pisces is the artist. So think of it as a creative project. It's kind of like, like I don't really like math. So I'm like kind of scared of math, And, if you make it fun, so there was some guy on YouTube, some math teacher, and like, his kids really learned because he made it fun. I don't know, he'd sing songs and whatever he would do. And, if you make it fun and sort of don't take it so seriously, and you kind of like, like maybe make your mind into a character, whatever it takes. Sometimes you have to trick ourselves. I think you're going to be able to really see and feel things that you weren't really able to in the past, in a way, and get some clarity and get some healing through that. That's what it feels like. It's really nice, actually. It's one of the nicer readings I've given. Some of the readings were not so nice this month. And you're my 11th sign, so I've kind of gone through everyone. I do a different order every month. I do them by element. So sometimes I start with earth, sometimes I start with water. So this time I ended with water, and I did Scorpio, I did you, and then Cancer, and then I'm done for the November. So I think it's really a lovely reading. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you kind of had a heavy reading a month or two ago. But I feel now that you're going to have some clarity, it's good. It's good because it's mental clarity. And the mental clarity, will come down into your heart. Anyway, that is my take for the month for you for November. Please like, subscribe, share if you want on one-on-one. All the information is below. I'm really grateful that you tuned in. And have a lovely month. And I will see you soon. I have to put my glasses on to turn it off. These are kind of cute though, aren't they? Yeah, I kind of like them. Makes me feel like Harry Potter.